Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes,
Let's love.
Y'all just missed
That
like
was a lot of Taylor Dane.
we were singing
I
Taylor
gave it
Dane.
all.
You gave it all.
Just there.
We
Yeah, cough drop.
y'all, welcome
Hello.
to The Other Way, season 3,
Welcome.
episode
This is
6.
Toe. This is Toe.
So, proceed with caution.
This is Reality Gaze Toe.
This is going to be part 1, y'all, because I'm telling you now, this is definitely a two-parter because we got a lot to say about Stephen and Alina.
Oh, Stephen with a V, not
it's a-
Stephen with a
the
PH,
V.
because Stephen with the V's had sex.
Had fuck.
he had fun.
But y'all, welcome to Reality Gaze. My name's Matt Marr, aka Maddie, and this person sitting to me with an elephant shirt on, a rhino shirt.
Rhino. There's only one elephant in the room.
You?
No.
Yeah.
It's a joke you always say.
You do?
You say it. When
You
I
do?
say, let's address the elephant in the room.
Oh, I do say that joke. He's slimmer than me. I admit it.
Nothing. No, I'm just saying. Nothing's worse than when you don't pick up on something.
I didn't pick up. Sorry,
Why?
I'm anxious because you're flying
Well,
later.
you need
and I'm-
to let that
You know
go.
what? I need CBD. I need to calm down.
I'm fine.
And I just get nervous when you
Ooh.
fly because you get stressed out about it.
Ooh.
Please stop showing. Y'all, if you're watching on the
Little
intimate
legendary.
portrait, Poodle's showing you his leg and thigh, and I'm so sorry.
Ooh, the best part of the chicken, the thigh, the juicy, creamy thigh.
I agree. Y'all, if you're in the intimate portrait, you're sitting right
Oh.
here by us on this couch. You're sitting here.
Gunk, gunk.
Gunk, gunk. Hey, everybody. So, okay, I want to start this show and say, y'all, there's something going on by Poodle's house, and normally I can park for free, and I had to call him and say, could you bring me your
My
visitor
parking pass.
Who was the last person to have your parking pass? Because
Someone I might have invited over to sleep with.
I think I know that because I hung up the parking pass in my car and I was walking here and I was like, why do my hands feel moisturized and a little slippery? And there was lube on the fucking parking pass. You know, in fact,
You
I
know
need to
what?
sanitize, actually.
You know what?
Wow.
I'm not apologizing for it
And
at
I mean-
all.
Just wipe it down with the Lysol wipe.
Hey, my hands always have lube on them. Seems like.
Seems like. Anyway,
You
such
know
is
what?
a day in the
all
life
of,
with
all
Poobs.
of my paramours are clean. You should be happy. You might have got touched by one of them. That's not true. Now that I've just said it.
Yeah. You don't even know their last name. How do you know if they've had their whooping cough
You don't
shot?
know their last names. I do check vaccination cards.
That's good. Actually, you should.
The line at the door. I've got a bouncer.
Got a bouncer. Happy Sunday, y'all. We're doing
Happy
this on a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Well, we have to now. We used to do these shows on Fridays.
It's true. It's Rocktober. It's Rocktober,
my birthday month.
October. We don't have a charity yet for the Sissy
No.
Squad, do we? We're going to decide on that one.
How about the Gay Children Who Are Libras Fund, where we support children like me?
It is your birthday month.
It is.
We could do something for your birthday month. I'm fine. I like that. Why don't you pick the charity this month, and then March I'll pick the charity. It's like a thing we can do.
No, I want to talk about it with our.
Actually, usually they.
I want to
pick
talk
it.
about it with our Sissy Squad.
It's the squad. Yeah, they pick it, not us.
yeah,
usually.
I don't want to do that.
All right. Well, I offered. Can't say I'm not giving.
God.
Gall. Speaking of gall, that's the announcement you forgot.
That's the one.
Y'all, this is now. Don't fast forward this because you're gonna want to fucking hear this announcement, y'all. You're gonna want to fucking
the
hear
big
this.
news.
I'm gonna drum. This is so important. I'm drum rolling it.
It better be good. That's not good. That
Drum
was
roll.
just beating on my coffee table.
Is that what they called you in college?
Beating on my coffee table. Y'all, we've talked about the fabled Mother Poodle.
We have
for a long time.
Long time.
She is making her podcast debut, not on this podcast.
No.
She'd never come on the podcast.
No, she wouldn't.
I don't think she's ever going to even listen to the one that she's on.
We would have to pay her to be on this one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, she did ask me if she was getting paid.
She was not.
We went on Nikki Levy's podcast called "Don't Tell My Mother," and
Yep.
we both told stories that our mothers don't know.
Yes.
And my mother agreed to come. Mother Poodle agreed to come on the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
And it was pretty much what you'd expect. She was completely unreasonable with the format. And she did whatever she wanted.
Nikki was said, so we're going to do this and this and this and this and this.
She just started going.
And, well, you know her name's Vicky. And so Mother Poodle, she said, is that clear, Vicky? And she goes, uh-huh. And then she said, okay, now first thing first. Matt, how's your dad doing? Been praying for him. And just completely
It's not a show. This is her time to talk.
Y'all,
I was, and then she at one point she got up to see the FedEx man who came.
It was hashtag so Mother Poodle.
But then the idea is the whole concept of the show is getting their reaction
to a
something.
story that you tell her.
And I know she soft pedaled her reaction here. And she made it about the friend who, I don't know if you noticed that. She made it much more about not believing the icons, but my friend.
Poodle told a debaucherous tale of him and a girlfriend in college.
Don't,
that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. But she's like, I can't believe she would do that. And I'm like, okay, I guess we think I'll do everything.
She'll probably talk to you afterwards.
Yeah. But anyway, it wasn't about that. Then she just said, I'm going to tell whatever I'm going to do.
She's like,
she went rogue, y'all.
Yeah, she said, did Jay Bird tell you the other story? And just started storytelling. I don't know what Nikki's going to cut.
It was classic Mother Poodle.
Classic Mother Poodle.
She just did what she wanted.
So, y'all, we will have whenever that's available, we will let you know.
Probably in a couple weeks.
In all of our, Nikki said a couple of weeks. So we'll let you know on all of our social medias. And that's where you can see that. And we, of course, will announce
You're not going to see the visual, but we did spend about 10 minutes talking to my mother's boob.
Yeah, because she had to move the camera up. Yeah. She was wearing a pretty color, though, and her hair looks real pretty.
Okay.
It was very nice to see her. Made me miss her.
It was good to see her. I also need to read a text from my mother this morning, which we all get these, but this one just says, "Morning. George Williams died last night!" ! Love you. Look, it just says, he died last night! !
So question, do you know who George Williams is?
I know him.
When is the last time you saw George Williams?
20 years ago.
Is George Williams someone even your age?
He is a equipment operator who has worked with my father. Well, but they have tried to help him several times.
Okay.
And
is he a
hand?
Is he a hand like Dodie?
No, he's not a hand because he's a backhoe operator. So
that's my dad's hands to operate the backhoe.
Well, I feel that that's a derogatory term because he's his own contractor, and I'm not going to refer to him as such.
Oh no, if he's contracted by your dad, then that's not a hand.
Yes.
No, these people work for my dad. That's his hand.
Yeah, but if you're a backhoe operator, that's a skilled job.
It is, but I guess it is, but that's just not how my dad does it. He just trains him to do it. Dodie did it blind. He'd operate the backhoe.
That's really dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, no, I knew this man, and he did die of COVID.
I should say that is sad.
This is in South Carolina. He was a very grew up in a very rural area. Very country.
Probably
gentleman.
wasn't educated on facts.
Wasn't.
Oh, no.
So you only hear one side of the story, and I'm not blaming him for this.
Sometimes, though,
But-
yeah.
He wasn't vaccinated. He had other health problems.
That's
It got him
sad.
quick.
I hate that.
So I'm sorry for his family.
Yeah, I am too. So y'all remember,
Get
listen
your
to,
fucking vaccination.
listen to science, get vaccinated.
I was like, "Are my pants open?"
Shout out to our medical workers, because I was just talking to my neighbor who's a nurse, and I was like, "How are y'all doing?" And she said they're getting very much fatigue of people coming in that are getting sick that aren't vaccinated. They don't. Medical people just don't have patience for them anymore. A lot of them.
You know
It's
what
really
I heard?
stressful.
And I guess it makes sense, but they've had a lot of people who were
Timer.
supposedly within the IV drug user community.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot of vaccine hesitancy, and I'm like, you already are going halfway.
Hey, you never know. I went to a restaurant the other day. This great place we like to go to. Food on Pico.
Yeah.
You ever been there? And the woman Nancy.
They need a better name.
I know because
I
it's
know.
confused, but it's really amazing food. But
Food.
But Nancy, the woman who owns it, was talking to us, and she said, "Yeah, she's like, I've kind of made friends with this homeless man in the area, or a man experiencing homelessness, and we become friends, and." And she's like, I really did it at first because he was kind of terrorizing some of at one point he tried to strangle me, and I went, we can work this out. And I went, wow. So she said, we become friends. And, I told him, I said, hey, if you ever need a job or anything, like, I really like you, I'll hire you. But you need to be vaccinated. And he said, I can't get the vaccine. I don't know what they're going to put in my body. But yet he's able to, that he doesn't want to do that, yet it's very dangerous to experience homelessness
Yes!
and sleep on it. It's very dangerous.
That's why when I heard that story
But so-
about IV drug users,
So it just doesn't compute to me. Anyway.
they're like, yeah, I don't want to put poison in my body.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was being insensitive, but I heard it on the radio and I just busted out laughing.
Y'all, if you drink Diet Coke, you can take a vaccine.
That's the truth.
All right, let's go on.
So one more thing, announcements. Live show.
Live
shows
show.
in the Live Laugh Live tour.
Yes.
In Chicago and New York. Tickets available for dates in January.
Go on the Linktree link. I got a little bug on my finger. I'm gonna kill it.
Well, there we go. That might have been someone you knew reincarnated.
Maybe. They're dead now. I hope it wasn't George Williams. He's going to have to go again. Poor
Sorry, George. George Williams died last night. Exclamation point.
He did this
Love
morning,
you.
too.
Anyway, so get those tickets for the Saturday shows are basically sold out, but we have tons of Friday tickets.
Yep. Get 'em.
Was there anything else?
We also want to
TikTok.
Y'all, we're on TikTok. And yes, we said we weren't going to do it. And then
our social media person,
we had a
Sissy Caitlin.
Sissy Caitlin on the Sissy team.
She's
now.
like, you're joining TikTok.
She said, you're joining TikTok. She actually did it. She's Canadian, so she did it in a very nice way.
Yeah, she kind of hypnotized me.
She said, you don't
and made
have
it okay.
to do it. She's like, but it is the most downloaded social media app over Instagram. And we went,
so if I upload a video and it's wrong, please don't troll me because I am old and I
kind of want you to troll him. I want to do that dance where they go jump, 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 bump, bump, and they answer questions.
Not familiar. The TikToks that I know are mostly porn.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some guy named Tyler who's doing yoga on YouTube.
And dick videos.
With a huge package.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
You know who's on OnlyFans now? Oh, crap. I can't remember him. The guy that we liked and then turned out to be a dick on Too Hot to Handle. The tall guy used to be a football player who we said is a huge dick.
Oh, Chase?
Chase is on OnlyFans now.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. So y'all,
what else do they have to offer?
when you see his dick, let us know.
Oh, I bet it's nice.
Oh, I bet it's very nice.
He was in idiot.
Yes.
Anyway.
Nate's was wonderful. Someone sent me
That's
that
a
one.
nice penis.
That's a nice, beautiful, uncut penis.
I was shocked. I did not expect it to be that big.
Yes. Just full kind of two balls that looked like Hershey kisses together.
Kisses?
Hershey kisses together that you just want to say, it's Christmas time.
Okay, we need to move on to the show. I like it how you said, I have anxiety because you have to fly. And
You
I'm like,
just told a 10-minute story about George Williams. Let's move on.
what's this episode called?
It's
Proceed
hot
with
in
Caution.
here.
I am a little warm.
It's called Proceed with Caution, y'all. This episode's called Proceed with Caution. Well, it is 100 degrees outside in Los Angeles today, y'all. It's very hot.
Very hot. Very hot.
That's it. We're excited for the live
Hot day.
shows. And, y'all, we're just, man, this season is, God, I love Toe.
I've forgotten what it's like to have even Corey and Evelyn. Did you watch the end when it says later on this season? Y'all, things are gonna get bonkers.
I'm just telling y'all now, Mother Sumit is going to live with fucking Jenny. Y'all, if you only listen to us, because a lot of you are like, I'm done with it. No. Even if you pick up from now,
90 Day is
Toe.
back, y'all.
Toe
90 Day is
good.
back.
It is so good.
Toe, I think Toe has replaced Before the 90 Days as my favorite installment.
I think so too. Did you see that they announced that Single Life is coming back, which we knew? But
Of course.
Stephanie's going to be on the Single
Yep,
Life.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, as in Stephanie and Erica.
Yeah.
Not Phil.
Yeah, but still, I'm going on a date with, ever since Cuckoo passed away,
Cuckoos.
I got lonely.
I need to make my own life again.
And I went on an app called
Cougar.
Called Cougar.
Cougar. It's COOGR.
Cougar.
Like Grinder.
Like
Cougar.
Grinder. And every time someone messages me, he goes,
You can download Cougar.
Cougar.
Cougar now.
It's available not on the App Store, but it's on samgoody.net. You can get it.
A division of picklefinder.com. So, yes, Stephanie, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think she's with a guy. I think she was with a guy.
Well, maybe she's bisexual, yeah. So
No, I'm saying I think she was with someone online. I think she was dating someone.
Oh, maybe. Well,
Maybe that happened after she filmed it.
possibly. I don't think Erica wants to be on the show anymore.
Me either. She's fine. She got all the follows she wants.
She's too sensible.
That's all they've announced? No Natalie yet?
I just saw no, they haven't yet. No.
Well, the speculations are
I mean, it's pretty much confirmed that Natalie's on
he
the
who
single
shall
one.
not be named, who we don't cover, and who we will not cover anymore.
But we have seen that Ed is filming.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we're not covering him. That's all that we need to say. Some people have said Angela, possibly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's just a double whammy of joy.
And some people have said definitely Natalie. Natalie's almost certain.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah, she's for sure certain. I know. We know Stephanie is coming up. It was on Bears All. She will be entertaining both sex of suitors. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's see. Who else? No, I think it's just maybe Stephanie so far. I'm sure someone's going to say, nope, you're wrong. I'm looking on some
Danielle's probably coming back.
Yeah, I'm on some shitty website where it's like...
We have to click all the time?
Yeah, there's like one paragraph and then you have to click next. If you make websites like
do that. I do that.
I won't do them.
I do that, and
I won't read them.
I scream and try to kill people with my mind.
I won't do it. You do it to see someone's dick at the end.
That's the
you?
only reason.
I won't do it even for dick.
Let's talk about Stephen and Alina. Now that we've
about-
been waylaid so many times.
Short show.
They're in a new apartment, y'all.
It's okay. So one of our sissies told us, I think on Patreon, what town they're in Turkey. I want to go.
Anatolia? No, I'm thinking Anatevka.
It's beautiful. It all looks like Pinocchio or something. It's cute.
Is all your references
No, I
Disney
just want to
based?
sound like a silly American.
Okay, well, you did it.
It's like nickel.
Oh, Jesus. Boy.
Asin.
There's been some great episodes.
Where's that cave where Aladdin found the lamp? The one with the lion on the front?
Y'all, so he is still nervous about them living together.
They've been there for a week now.
And he's like, how's the couch? And he's trying to like and then y'all remember, he's basically told her I just want to back up and see poor Alina's last few weeks. She has heard the following things.
I like her a lot too.
I do, but my reservations are going to be that she has made one or two choices in the beginning, like getting her friend to send him messages, that's going to backfire on her.
Oh,
big time.
I think the reason I like her,
I like her too.
Y'all, this kind of like whereas maybe Poodle believes Ellie has killed her husband. I think Alina is fucking playing him at this point.
Really?
And she's just like, I think she's done, and I think she's like, I'm going to make you do stupid shit and take you out of your comfort zone, and then I'm just going to play with you and go back to Russia.
I don't think she has that much guile. I think she's much a straighter shooter than that.
I think she's hired her friend to talk to him, and she fucking coaches her.
But that is all in an attempt to see if he's faithful, and that he's never supposed to know.
I think she's just gonna. It's just gonna be now. This has become the 7 test of Alina. She's gonna keep testing him, I think.
Oh, I think that's bull, because he has done nothing but test her and push her boundaries.
I know, and I think now that he's with her, and I think she feels like it's power has switched a little bit.
She'll do no wrong in my book. Anything she does.
I'm all for her fucking with him.
I believe
that's why I like her.
I just don't. I think she would consider that bad form. I think she's very ethical in that way.
Or she's played you too, because she's good. She might have taken the Olga school.
No, she's too much of a good girl. Nope. Nope, not seeing it.
She's a mastermind.
Nope.
Master.
You need to pick your people better.
Yeah, because Ellie killed her husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. No, mostly it's Ellie. It is things just follow me around. Tragedy.
She did say in this episode, Victor, seeing that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I went, that's saying something, because you woke up to a dead husband.
Because you woke up to a dead husband.
That's pretty
and
severe.
Your parents dying.
Well, I don't know if that happened in front of her.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's an identity for her. She leans into it. She leans into the damage and trauma of life.
Yeah.
Anyway, stop waylaying us. We're talking about.
We're just talking about
this
show.
So y'all, they're going to a park, and Steven's like, I thought we should do a companionship and this kind of exercise, this companionship inventory, because with Mormon missionaries, we're gonna go 2 by 2, because we tell each other what we don't like about each other and what we really like about each other.
Yeah.
And this is such just a really not so veiled way to basically tell her kind of, or to make her say what she's feeling.
Yep.
And because she knows also that way she can talk, so he doesn't have to.
It really is like he's grooming her.
It's so gross.
It's true.
So, and of course it's like, get away, dogs. Then there's like 3 y'all. All
the dogs,
all kinds of weird shit follows Steven.
Well, I think the dogs sense him, and they're trying to tell Alina, get away, get away, get away.
Or maybe he just has organ meats in his pocket, like on Seinfeld.
That's true. But it's like Old Yeller.
Dogs, get away.
Old Yeller.
It's salami.
Get away. That actor from Old Yeller just died. The one
I never watched the movie.
What?
I know how it ends.
What?
I read the book.
What?
I never watched Old Yeller.
You've never watched.
I did not have the Disney Channel growing up.
No. In the words of Poodle, you have to actively avoid Old Yeller.
When was that movie on?
What is this? Old Yeller.
When was
Marley
that movie
and
on?
Me. What do you have against dog movies?
I'm saying, when was that movie on? Can you give me a place
it was
besides
like
the Disney Channel?
Oh, no. Old Yeller? It's played on other places besides Disney, I'm sure.
Where did you see it?
I saw it as a kid, but I was a Disney kid. But like people just rent that movie and watch that movie.
No, it was a punchline.
Your parents
So-
never talked about
Nope.
how much they loved Old Yeller?
No, I knew about it from my parents.
Because my parents made me watch. It was on the Disney Channel, but I remember it was like Wizard of Oz or something. My parents
Why
made
would
me
my
watch it.
parents make me watch a movie about a dog
Because
dying?
it teaches kids about death, I guess. I don't know.
I knew a lot about death already. I was a curious child about death. Why is great grandma gone away? She's died, Jaybird.
Well, you should watch
What
it.
happened?
You should watch. What happened? Anyway, that actor died. I just found out he was gay.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
That's why Walt Disney fired him.
It's not a big really.
Yeah. Found out he was dating a guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you're out." He hired him back later.
How old was he when they?
He was
found
like
it?
16, dating a boy.
That is subversive.
I know. I kind of wish I looked to see if he wrote a biography, but he didn't.
How'd you find that out?
I read an article when he died. I read an article about him, and then I looked on Wikipedia and it talked about him being gay.
Well, who knew?
I know.
Now I kind of want to watch it.
He was in.
Can I just stop it before the dog dies?
Yeah.
I just click it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that was a lovely movie.
Lovely movie.
Where are we? This you are waylaying.
No, I'm not.
Every time.
I'm not.
I don't know. So Steven's like, I want to point out our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And I really think one of our strengths is we've sacrificed so much for each other. Now,
What have you sacrificed, Stephen?
he's bought a plane ticket and given up his family who we don't think he really likes anyway.
Or they really don't like him.
Yeah. And
Y'all stepdad was glad to be rid
he's
of him.
only really given up. The only people in his life he really seems to like are his female friends,
his ladies.
who are many.
His like Mormon concubine or whatever.
I'm going to tell you this. Boys or men in their 20s who have lots of female friends, they are either
gay.
they're gay,
Gay.
or they are, they're uncomfortable with other men,
Okay.
and or they don't have a lot of boundaries and they love being around women because they're pushing them, and they all kind of want to bang their female friends.
And I think that's him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's gay. He has
No, I don't think so.
He looks with short hair, but I don't think he's gay. I think, especially after seeing him now with Alina, again.
I think
you know,
women accept him more, though, too.
I think this is what's the deal with Steven. He's cutish in real life. He takes really handsome pictures.
Yeah.
I've noticed he's very photogenic. He's good online. He's good on an app. He's good on Instagram.
Yep.
He doesn't seem weird. He just seems funny and quirky. And then they meet those people, and he meets women, and then they feel sorry for them, and then he kind of grooms them
Right.
the way, and then he has sex with them or does stuff with them, and then it
Throws them away.
And it throws them away because then it's this self-fulfilling kink prophecy of him of he's bad, he's
Yep.
a sinner. That's his pattern, y'all.
Yeah. And I'm not saying men can't have female friends, or straight men can't have female friends, but especially in Mormon culture, where
Mormon culture,
men
yes.
and women are so separated,
Yes.
where men and women don't interact
Yes.
with the idea, because when men and women are interacting, that means it's only for courting.
Yes, I mean they just let them. I think they just let the men and the women sit together at Stoptown Baptist, like in 1979.
It's a different entrance.
Yeah.
The women had to enter in through the bathroom in the
Yes,
back.
exactly.
Oh, God.
I could be tempted. Jimmy
Better
Earl.
wear a skirt.
Jimmy Earl, he's a horny one. Satan gets him.
Better, but you know what? Better, Satan gets him, but ladies, you're not helping by wearing those skirts
No,
above your
ladies,
knees.
your fault.
So this was, so they're talking about, and he's like, I think we've sacrificed a lot. And he's like, maybe you could tell me some things that keep us from having a better union with me.
Yeah.
And she's like, how long you got? And he's like, well,
It's
she's
like, I
well,
wish
maybe
you
the
just would have like
girlfriends.
lit a cigarette and been like, let me.
Well, and that's the thing. He said, the girlfriends that you had, they make me not feel good. Because that what the last conversation they were saying is, he's like, yeah, I understand that. And some of us we used to date, and she's like, what? Again, this is why I feel like she's a goody-goody. And I said that in a very non-negative way. I think she's a good girl. And I think she is trying to convert to LDS faith.
Yeah.
And so she hears this and feels all these things she's thought were shameful in herself. She's hearing him say it.
Y'all, it's that you spot it, you got it. He's seeing all this. He's correcting all these things in her because it's in him.
Yep. And she says, he's like
judging someone.
and
Judge
he's-
yourself.
She says, he's like, why would you not want me to see these are important people in my life? Really?
That I want to get in their pants.
How important? If they are, could you? This is tough because I understand it, but knowing, just having empathy for Alina's position, and knowing she was far away from you, and she felt like she didn't know where you were at. Obviously, you guys were terrible at communicating with one another.
I don't think they were terrible at communicating with one another. I think they were actually pretty good. As Alina says, when she finds out he went on dates with these women after they had met and spent 2 weeks together. She said, after we met she explains, we talked on the phone every day. Steven told me about our future plans together.
Because I'm a dreamer.
And he's like, yeah, I'm a dreamer. And the way
Fuck you.
The way he talks about, I'm a dreamer, and sometimes I just say things that I don't think my communication style match with my actions. And I
Y'all-
went, that's the most unempathetic way of saying, boy, I'm
full of shit.
I'm full of shit, and I really fucked her over. So I disagree. I think Steven communicated exactly
And she
what he
took-
wanted, and she actually communicated well. And she just thought she's young. Sometimes when you're young, it's not that I don't know if it's it's more of you just assume things because you assume someone thinks like you.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
when
true.
you get older and you get fucked over, and other times you need to say,
Yeah.
hey,
Tell me about it.
I need to tell this man that I need him to choke me repeatedly. Otherwise, I'm not going to come.
You need to
needs
choke me and then hit me with a 68 VW Bug repeatedly. It's the only way I'm going to come.
Boom.
There you go. I'm done.
I'm done. Go home. Here, give me the parking pass.
Here's a towel.
Here,
Give him a parking pass.
Yeah,
Why is it slippery?
Why it's slippery? So, but it is. I think she just thought, oh, he's talking about our dreams. He's talking about getting. And
Yeah.
when I was younger too, if someone was talking about getting married, I would just assume now they're exclusive. Cut to now, I'm in my 40s and I've been in many gay relationships and been like, okay, we're getting married. First I'd be like, are you bi? Are you pan? Are you poly? Are we open? Are we? You got to ask, but
Yeah.
we know that now.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Well, I think also most of the Russian people I've known and what we've seen on the show, a lot of Russian people are like, you see what you get. What you see is what you get.
and that is
very straightforward.
Antithesis of Steven. Good
Yeah.
for you. That's a good
I
observation.
love it. I love it that you give me props.
No,
when
I do all the
make
time, but I like that.
But so anyway, it goes on with you guys. She keeps reading him for filth. She brings up him wanting to date other people, and then he says, she said, have you went out with those girlfriends when we were dating? He's like, well, yeah, I did go out with my friends who were girls. And he's like, but a month ago,
That's
I
what
stopped.
I stopped
and
the
my
television.
mouth dropped open.
Y'all, he stopped dating women.
He was kissing girls and fucking girls.
One month
up until a month ago.
because he believed he just wanted to be with her. 1 month.
He decided. Because he's the one who decides, not they make a decision. And I'm sure he was telling her that we're going to go to Turkey and then we're going to go back to Russia and we're going to we're going to see your parents and we're going to go to the Kremlin and we're going to go to all those places. We're going to go see cool places. We're going to see we're going to live such a great life. And she's like, oh my God, no one's ever talked to me like this before.
It's a little bit like, it's very different the way
I
she
hate
does,
this guy.
But it's a little bit like Aria. We're going to talk about everything we're going to do, and then when real life hits, I'm going to freak out.
I'm going to freak out and have a panic attack in the middle of a barbershop.
In the barber, which is the worst place. Boy, yeah, that was I was like, can Queen Latifah just show up and make this better?
Talking about feeling bad for the barber.
Yes. Where's Ice Cube when you fucking need him to make it better? By the way, did you see in the More to Come? She looks. I don't want to talk, but like, good for people for getting healthy. But y'all, when they said the More to Come this season on 90 Day Fiancé, Ari's lost like a crazy amount of weight in a very short period of time.
Yeah,
It's concerning to me. That's all I'm going to say.
I think she's just done. I think it's nutritional.
You think? I hope
but
so.
She wants to be an influencer, and the best way to do that is to get hot really fast.
I just
because that way people talk about your transformation.
Oh,
I know. Still hate her.
I get worried.
She's the worst.
I don't know. Steven is really.
Actually, no. He's my biggest villain of this season.
We'll see.
I don't know. Mama Sumit's pretty rough too.
Ooh.
They keep topping themselves. Because if I could do that, I wouldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
I'm like Jackie Mason.
She literally said in the Silicon, she said, "You're too old to learn anything anymore."
And remember, someone reminded me, I saw it online, when Sumit's father called her an oldie, that you're in love with an oldie.
Oh, an oldie. It's even funnier because they used to be friends and hang out. So,
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So let's finish. I just want to get back to this because there was so much here. He says they talked every day. She mentions we talked every day. We talked about our future plans. And he goes, yeah, I'm sorry I did that. But and she's like, I just want you to be honest with me. And
she said this is a huge betrayal.
Yeah.
That he's been with people after they saw each other for 2 weeks.
And the thing is, he's not really sad, you guys. He's thinking to himself, because he's not sorry.
He's not.
He's just going, she doesn't understand what I was doing.
I don't think
she doesn't understand.
I really don't think he has any. There's something going on. He doesn't have empathy. He really doesn't feel, because you hit it earlier, and it struck me as you said it. He really hasn't talked about I guess he's like, well, I'm the one moving to Russia. But y'all, he's a world traveler. He's gone on a mission. That's not a big deal, but he hasn't talked about what she's giving up to go to Turkey. He's never mentioned.
This is the gender politics of the LDS Church. This is
even fucking
this
Andre from Andre and Libby. Every once in a while, will drop in and Libby's family. That's
because this is really his idea of he's going to go. He's going to sacrifice whatever he's going to do, but he'll go over to here's the thing. Life is an evangelism mission for him. Not just for religion, but to spread this joy of traveling. And he's going to give her the world.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sacrificing so much. Mm-hmm. He doesn't think about her sacrificing at all.
He might
because he's so self-involved.
And it might give her syphilis too.
Possibly.
If he's having sex with all these women.
I think he would at least wrap it up. Hopefully.
I bet you he says it's unnatural.
Oh!
He's one of those people. Did you ever have the religious people that were like, that's not what God intended?
I think no. I never had someone have sex with a man that said, God did not intend for me to use a condom. I guess you were with a different kind of person. Some kind of crazy fundy.
No, I had a couple of girlfriends that guys said that to them. Really?
That is ridiculous.
That's why, because they were trying to talk them into the pull-out method. And I'm like,
But they said the condom
he was an
wasn't-
asshole. And I said, did he just tell you that it just doesn't feel good? He doesn't like it? No, he said it feels the same. And I said, well, that's the first lie because it doesn't feel the same. And any man who tells you that is either never used a condom with someone or they're lying.
You know what does almost feel the same? Skin condoms. My favorite brand
They're
of
not
condoms.
paying for an advertisement from us. Until they pay for it, we're not advertising
We
it.
were approached by skin condoms. They're vetting us for a brand. It would literally be a feather in my cap because I manifested this. I talked about skin, and the next day I manifested it like Darcy. Y'all, if you want something, have me talk about it
They're
on
not
the
paying
podcast.
for us yet. You need to hush. So, y'all, I want to say this. She does, and maybe this is just, it's a very much used in a reality
My
television
shirt's
trope.
open. I'm so sorry.
I've never
I just popped a button.
seen more than just rhinos. And so
My boobies.
she says, what if he's hiding something? I don't trust him, to be honest with you.
Spoiler alert.
He
Chill.
is. Y'all, if you don't trust someone, I just want to say this whole idea of like, he needs to regain my trust. Actually, no. I think it's better to just either. And now it's different if you're married because that's like a vow and you're trying to work things out. But in their situation, I'm like, girl, it's either like just walk away. I think it's like for gaining someone's trust. I just don't get the idea. Maybe that's a young thing. Were you ever like, if you didn't trust someone, would you feel like, well, they need to regain?
They need to pay me back.
What could
They
someone
need
do to
to-
regain your trust after it's lost? Because
Well-
I feel like it's either on them for being not trustworthy or it's on you for not trusting. And either way, y'all need to separate and fix your shit.
To me, it makes it sound like it's a transactional relationship.
Because what can he do to gain trust?
From her?
It's not. He could do whatever, but it's her just deciding, I trust him.
Well, to me, trust.
What is she? A
It's-
car runs towards her and he jumps out in front of it.
And well, that's the thing. To me, the only way to, and this is not really repairing trust, the only way to establish a trust part again is time. And because it's not, I don't know if it's regaining trust. I think it's basically the human brain kind of finding a way to process what actually happened.
Yeah.
It's
And
less
I guess
about
radical
regaining.
honesty. I guess
Yeah.
we need to have that.
That's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen with him.
She sees the world in a very simple way of how men and women work together.
I do agree with that, yeah.
And I think she sees the way is marriage in much more of a situation of convenience, of how a lot of Eastern European people see it.
Yeah.
We saw that with Anfisa. We see that with Allah on our season we're doing. Allah
Y'all,
can't
season
say,
4 of Classic is
Y'all.
so good.
Allah's probably one of our favorite people.
We
ever.
just
I've met
saw,
Allah.
y'all, we just in Classless, that's on our $5 tier. We just had Anfisa ride Idiot this week.
Yes,
This
on the
is it, where
car.
She rides Idiot on the side of the car. We have Matt Nala and Patrick, the big dick friend. Will he at the wedding?
Or will
Say-
he transform into a donkey?
Yeah.
And after Stromboli season.
Maybe. It's a good season.
It is. It is good season.
And Chantel is, the day of the wedding picking out what dress to marry Pedro in.
We could not get past that. She just went through her closet and says, "What do I wear?"
Y'all, we're going to do Happily Ever After season 2 next. Let us know. Does Chantel get better? Because it's really hard to like her.
I just can't root for her. Like, she breaks all the rules of the American that 90 Day has set up.
I just don't. I know Bearzall was recently good, but Pedro was dancing on a pole.
But no, it's just the point. Maybe in season 2 we get to know her more.
Maybe.
She's so fucking guarded.
She's very
And-
rigid.
Yeah, and she's a princess.
Yeah,
and
I don't get it.
I don't know.
Boy, we are just. It's going to be a long show.
I'm glad you still have anxiety about me having to catch a flight.
I do.
So let's keep finishing the first segment, which we probably won't even make it through. Actually, let's take a break.
We should take a break.
We're gonna come back.
I'm gonna go take some CBD.
I need you to not say anything for a while.
We'll be right back.
Bye. And we're back.
I've been instructed not to say anything, so I'm just gonna sit here.
Just, you can add to the conversation. Just don't jump off and waylay me. We've got to finish this.
It's just interesting. I get caught up in your commentary.
So
I cleared our timer.
yeah, but you're not making it go. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who cares? So, y'all, Elena's FaceTiming Masha, her friend. The one who says, "I want to see how our trap is doing." She calls it our. This is the thing. I see this as a desperate move because she's unsure of her future, and it's gonna bite her in the butt.
Desperate people do desperate things.
Yeah, I still don't agree that she has the guile to do this. Yeah, so. Alina says it's been really difficult. He's not ready to get married. Even though he said he was, and he texts. Even right now, he texts. He's like, and sometimes his female friends even call him. Again, I believe straight men can have female friends. I don't think that is. I think Alina needs to be convinced of that. Also, since all of their courting and relationship was done remotely. Obviously, she's going to be even in her head more about this.
Yeah, and he's presented it as this something you have to be aware of. And he's presented her with this idea and indoctrinating her with this idea of women tempting men.
Yeah.
So
that is very true.
He put this in her head. I don't know what her culture in Russia is like.
Yeah.
If men and women aren't friends, but...
I would say they're not.
So with both of those things in action... It would make sense why she doesn't think.
I think in a lot of cultures, men and women, that's not true. A lot of, I know when I was in Austria, men and women could be friends without being sexual.
But I think so too, even in the South here, where I'm from. But
the more religious the culture, the harder it is.
It is. But, I know people that are men and women friends, but... Men and women don't do things without a spouse or significant other together.
That's true.
Like my brother has women friends. He won't hang out with them, just
right.
That woman and him.
Yeah, that makes sense. But think about a place like a Catholic country, even think about Italy. You don't see that a lot. The more religious the country is, the more the sex.
No, but I bring the South is more religious.
Yeah,
I know in California, I do know some people that go out.
Oh yeah,
But
even think about Ecuador. I'm sure Evelyn has tons of male friends. Wait. Oh wait, she banged all of them.
Wait. Y'all, we're gonna see Jenny too. Poor Jenny.
Oh. So basically, she's talking to Masha and says she's mortified.
Yeah, Masha's like, this is a red flag.
Red flag that she's went on these dates. And
then Alina says something that I think is very telling and true. And she said, and this is why I think she might be, because she says, and she tells Masha all this. She said, and you know what? And I have a feeling he doesn't regret it. I don't think he, and she knows. You said it.
He doesn't regret it.
He doesn't regret any of this that he's done. Not at all.
None of it.
And so...
Not one
so
of it.
she said, so, did he answer? And Masha said, well, at first he didn't answer.
And then he basically said, hey, smiley emoji.
Smiley emoji. That's all.
But then he said, you should wait. And don't come here in the winter... Or
he said,
don't
they
come
say
here.
We have some of the best snow in the world. You should come in the winter.
Now, I'm going to defend
and Alina,
Stephen with a V just for a second.
And Alina says, that sounds like invitation to me.
And I would like to say that is online talk.
I agree with that.
That is not flirting. I'm going to defend Stephen with a V for once here.
I think it is...
It's Mormon talk.
I think it is Mormon talk. I think he's just being nice. But also, too, y'all, if I cheat on my boyfriend and my boyfriend says, hey, I don't want you talking to other guys right now on Instagram, and I'm going to, look or whatever. And I don't care if fucking Idris Elba says, hey, man, how are you? I'm not going to answer that text because, so I bring that up because this just happens. Steven knows.
She has not made that
but they talked about it before. They talked about he told her about the girls before and she got upset about it.
Yes, but I'm saying in his mind, this is social media and he's just being friendly with people on social media.
Okay, that's true. He probably hasn't got.
He hasn't gotten that yet.
Sorry, I was thinking that he would think about her being upset.
Nope.
I forgot. He doesn't think about her.
These are just friends across the world.
Unless you spell it out for Steven, he won't get it.
Yep.
Or want to hear it.
But
I agree. It didn't seem really like flirting.
Didn't seem sincere.
What do y'all think, sissies? Come at us. Let me know. And hashtag FlirtGate.
FlirtGate?
Yeah.
So
FlirtGate.
she said, I'm going to continue. Instead of confronting him, which I think this is the big issue. Instead of confronting him, she's like, I'm going to continue to let it get worse and up the stakes.
She's like, listen, Masha, answer his sweet message. Let's get him excited and think he's getting his getting attention, and then I'll make a decision.
See, no.
That is what she said.
I know.
That is what she said.
I'm thinking she's just leaning into having fun.
She can't be a Pollyanna. No way.
I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying that.
Y'all, this is how Black Widow ended up getting a career. She starts with one little step.
Black Widow?
You don't watch anything Marvel.
No, I know. But she was a superhero. But
no, she was a CIA, KGB, whatever operative, whatever that letter is.
But was she involved with people in love?
No, this is how it starts. You start young. A guy fucks you over. Next thing you know,
did a guy fuck her over?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know anything about the backstory of that. Wow. Go!
You should see that movie.
Go peddle your nerddom somewhere else.
Rachel Weisz is in that movie.
I love Rachel Weisz.
You love her.
So later on, you guys, they're out at something where they're going to feed cats on a wall or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, so I have some more questions for you, Steven. She's like, hold on. Sneeze! Again,
yeah.
Like the most ridiculous things follow them.
And
the dogs, the sneeze, him jumping in a pool.
Normally, if you'll notice, y'all, people have been talking on 90 Day Fiancé and had to sneeze. They edit it out.
Oh, I know.
Not Steven. They're keeping all.
They give all the weirdness.
They give all the weirdness.
It's like, hold on just a second. This is comparable to, hold on, I gotta fart.
Gotta go fart.
So, anyway, he says, how serious are your friendships with these girls? Did you kiss them? And he goes, takes time and says, yes, I did. A lot of them. Not all of them, though.
And you see her face. And
she's like, am I being punked?
She's like, yes. She's like, it looks like when a bee is like stung her on the nose. She's just kind of like cross-eyed in shock.
And then she says, so why didn't you tell me about it? She's like, because you wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
obviously.
I didn't like it. And he said, I didn't know that meant, that we could go out on, when we talked, I didn't know that meant that you could go out on these dates and kiss these other girls. And she's furious. And he says, he does say, like what you said, he says, most of them I didn't kiss. And she said, so I should thank you.
And there was a moment, too, where he's like, you don't understand. There's just so much at stake with our relationship that I, dealt with the fear by, dating other girls. That's how it was so scary for me.
Rosalind, honey, it was just so hard. I got so stressed. I just had to stick my dick in that other woman.
Right.
Just to feel comforted.
It was very comforting to make out with other girls.
Never been the case for us.
No.
No.
That's called numbing.
I enjoy kissing ladies because I like kissing.
Are you saying ladies, or are you saying I enjoy kissing ladies?
What?
Are you saying I enjoy kissing girls?
Well, what? I went to a dinner.
How long has it been since you've kissed a girl?
Since I full on made out with a woman, it's been about 10 years.
You were kissing girls in your 30s?
Yeah, I went to a dinner with a friend, and it was like she went with this guy who was her yoga teacher, and I went with her friend, and we all got drunk, and they made out. And the woman and I just started making out for like 30 minutes. She was a good kisser.
And that was okay?
Yeah, we were just making out. Nothing happened from it. We weren't going to do anything. We didn't want to have. We were just making out.
Okay. Wonder if she's one of those girls who just makes out with gay guys.
I don't know. I think she moved to India, actually. She was like, boy.
Smile!
Oh, God. Yes, y'all. I made out with Jenny.
Okay, so why don't you bring this up? Why do you bring this up about kissing because you like to kiss girls? Because I don't like where this conversation's going.
It's fine until she wanted me to feel her up, and I was like, I can't feel your boob. That's going to be weird
This
for
just
me.
sounds sad.
This just feels weird for me.
And there were other people making out opposite you?
We were just all drunk at like a restaurant in Venice. It was in Venice, California, where everybody's just,
This is some Bob, Ted, Carol, and Alice shit.
So, you think you know everything about me, and I just
I didn't ask.
I just kind of blew your mind.
I would rather not hear any stories. I didn't ask. So Stephen continues with, I'm a big dreamer, and I love to talk about the future and, rhapsodize about things like that. Here's the thing, y'all. Half of that none of that, most of that stuff will never happen.
It's all fairy tale bullshit. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is. And then Stephen's like, well, did you kiss anyone? And she was
of course not.
She's like, how do you think? And he's like,
this was a way.
I wouldn't be upset if you kissed somebody. Then I would understand it was because you were just you weren't sure the commitment. And I'm like,
he was trying to what about her?
I'm like,
he was trying to fucking what about her?
This is like fucking like an 8-year-old trying to get another Oreo.
Yeah, but she's like, but what? He was gonna go. But what about you and that girl? So that way he was trying to find out so he could always play that card with her.
Yeah, instead of just y'all, because this is why Steven's stepdad really hates his steps. I've decided his stepdad hates Steven.
Wow.
Because Steven doesn't take responsibility for anything.
So later...
Well, it just happened, Mom. I didn't mean to wreck the car. Mom, I didn't mean to spend $10,000. Mom, I didn't mean to buy a plane ticket to the Netherlands. This shit just happens to him.
So then, you guys, he says,
Well, that's when Alina brings up the backup plan. She's like,
am I was your backup plan? And then she says, promise me that you won't communicate with your female friends. He's like, what, ever? What do you mean? He's like, but Jesus has female friends. He had that woman at the well.
Yeah.
And he had Mary Magdalene, who was his bae.
He spit on that blind woman's face, and that was kinky. And then he healed her.
And there was Mary, the mother of James, who was his cool aunt.
Y'all, look. I'm Catholic. I don't know a lot about the Bible. Don't care to know a lot about the Bible. I'm fine with it. However, everybody knows Jesus had one good friend, Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, who was female, you're saying.
Who probably was a queer deer because Jesus was running around with a bunch of men having gay stuff happen.
There's a theory also put in set that Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene.
There is that theory.
Yes.
And so there's actually a lot of evidence supporting that.
Because a man of Jesus's age would not have been unmarried at that point. It would have been almost unthinkable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
So,
but y'all, everything in the Bible is exactly true.
Exactly true. King James altered nothing. Nothing.
Even from the Greek.
It's
just translated exactly the way it was.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, I'm just saying I don't know how correct that is.
He says, fine. And he says this in such a weird way. He's like, fine, I will submit to you.
That's what she says. At least delete your social media. And
he
then
agrees.
I will feel more comfortable in comment. That submit word was so weird.
Well, he was throwing it back on her. He was throwing it back on her.
Because he wants to say, I submitted to you.
How much he's sacrificing.
See, I took that as he's saying the word submit because
Submit!
That's what I actually, when he said it. Y'all, he uses that word a lot with her, talking about Mormon faith. And
so he can throw it back on her.
So he can say, oh, well, remember that
I did that for you.
I submitted for you?
So why can't you submit to me?
Why can't you submit for me and, like, only wear skirts? Or
submit for me!
Yes. Or, like, teabag me every day at 2.
Or why can't you remember do this because women can't go because you're not Mormon yet, so you can't do this. Yeah, it's patriarchy is still a view of the way he sees the world.
Yeah.
So he says, I want to tell her though it was she's I know it. She says, is there anything else I should know? He's like, nope, can't think of anything.
Can't think of anything. Producer, is there anything else that Alina should know? I kind of fucked a couple of women. Well, actually, he says physical or sexual relations.
Sexual relations.
So y'all, and so if it was just like second base and third base, I mind that out for the people on the intimate portrait. I said
did.
second base and third base. So if he had done, he would say physical. Sexual relations means.
That's at least meaning soaking.
Or
we learned about soaking.
We learned about soaking, y'all. If you don't know what soaking is, Google it at work.
Yeah.
Don't do it at work.
A little bit more, you guys. Their last segment.
Can you just
this
see
episode was mostly them.
Hey, Tim, I'm sorry to call a special Teams meeting right now on Microsoft, but the team, we just realized we're checking your chat in. We saw your searches for soaking.
Soaking.
At first, I wasn't concerned since this is Tide, and I thought you were looking up laundry techniques
and finding new ways to advertise Tide Pods.
Yeah, exactly. And because we've killed so many babies from swallowing, so we need some good press
and teenagers.
But
I wonder why they eat them.
Why would someone eat a fucking Tide Pod?
They are pretty.
I'm sorry, if you're eating a Tide Pod, is that like some Darwinian shit that you just need to go?
That is a Darwin Award thing.
Anyway, don't look at it at work.
Kind of like
y'all.
not getting the vaccine. Very much a Darwin Award right now.
It's true.
So y'all, in the end, he's deleted his social media.
He has
deleted it, which shocked me.
He has.
So I don't know where anything is going to work out with Masha. I think that may go away.
Well, he says he's deleted his social media.
You think I think there's something else to it too.
Y'all, this is not the end of Masha.
No.
He has another social media account, or he's messaged her on another platform.
I have a feeling you're right.
And Alina's going to know all of it, and then she's going to destroy him.
But see, you're acting like she wants to.
I think, you know why I think she wants to? Because we're going to talk about this next thing. Y'all, they go wine tasting.
Ugh. This
is the
so
longest
disturbing.
segment. They just might be the whole show at this point.
They are. I like it how I've said something, and you're like, this might be. you just say it right after me.
Not familiar. So
now remember, Mormons don't drink because they don't drink alcohol.
She knows this.
Yeah, she's fucking with him.
So she is. This is where I was like, she is fucking with him. Look at the way she smiled. She said, so I want to go wine tasting. She wants to see how far to the line he will get because y'all, what someone does,
I'm here for it.
What somebody does in one way of their life is how they usually live all parts of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So she's testing that. If he's cheating on this wine and alcohol thing,
right?
What else is he cheating on?
Well, and I think she just wants him to loosen up. She wants to see how far she can push him, even though he's got a pretty quote-unquote righteous life he's trying to live. She wants to see how much power she can wield.
I guarantee you she's going to try to get him to sleep in the same bed.
Totally.
With her.
Oh, I know. That would be something from my book. So he says, we don't drink wine. So we're just going to like spit it out. So he keeps saying, you guys, remember, we got to spit it out.
And he keeps also saying, don't swallow.
I know. I was like,
And
Okay, girl.
he was making that innuendo.
Oh, yeah.
You know he was. Y'all, he thinks about sex, which is normal. He's a fucking
23 and a half
23
hours a day.
He's a 22-year-old man.
Yep.
What did you think about when you were 22?
Poetry of John Keats. No, sex.
While you were getting banged?
Yes.
Just reading a book.
Ode on
you're like-
Grecian
Yeah.
earth.
You look like Ichabod Crane when he's riding that horse, but you're
Yeah.
riding that dick instead. Who's that coming around the bend?
No more damn bones.
Riding that dick as best as it can.
What
It's poodle.
Why do you do that?
I don't, because that's
with
what
your
Bam
arm?
Bone.
Then it's Poodlebod Crane.
Poodlebod Crane.
I was reading my book going, hello, everyone. I'm reading my poetry. Bang me.
Cause he's a faggot and he likes that dick. He'll ride around the dick until he gets him and says,
Y'all, it's October. You can watch The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
They took that off. Remember when they took that off network television?
It's very sad.
And I had to look for Mickey's Halloween.
You
I
got
had to
really-
buy it online because there was just goddamn garbage
I think-
on for Halloween.
I think you you order a DVD of that?
Yes, I had to because I couldn't find it anywhere else.
I think now it's on Disney Plus. They do a whole Disney series, so it might be easier
Well,
for
I
you
guess
to find.
I guess I had to fucking subscribe to it.
Yeah, that's kind of the way
Because
it goes.
everything in my childhood dies. Everything good. I'm sure the Powder Puff Girls have a Halloween special I could watch.
They're considered vintage now.
Well, fine.
Yeah, so they're
I
actually
guess everything.
yeah.
I know.
Now it's Steven Universe, which we like that. That shows
It's great, but
No, there's a new one now.
there's
it's
nothing
called like
really scary for kids.
I don't think they want that anymore.
How are you gonna be shivering at night under the covers for something?
I don't think people want that for their kids.
Well, that's why they're all soft.
All right.
All your kids are soft.
All right.
That's what it is.
Oh no, this is gonna erupt.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If they don't watch the Headless Horseman and him, if your kids aren't terrified of the Headless Horseman throwing a pumpkin at you
But I had
down that covered bridge.
now that Dreams, I had nightmares of him rearing up on that bridge, and it just scared the
that's
shit
part
out
of normal fear. Anyway, sorry your kids
Yeah.
are soft, everybody.
Probably you don't show them Bambi now either, because guess what? Mom
Yeah.
died. How does Bambi end?
I don't
Does
know.
the mom
I can't
die
remember.
and then they just pan out?
The
and
mom,
then it's just
the mom
black?
dies in the forest fire.
No, she's shot.
Oh, who dies in the forest fire?
His father.
People are screaming.
His father dies.
People are screaming.
His father dies in the forest.
Her mom
fire.
is shot.
No,
His mom.
His mom. The father dies in the forest fire,
And his
when
mom is
Bambi's
shot.
really young, and that's why Bambi grows up gay because he has no father. And then,
That's just like exactly my preacher told my mother.
Exactly. That's the reason. And then,
Cool, I knew it,
I
Jaybird.
knew it. Y'all, that's not true. Don't believe that.
I know, but
And it's true. And then the mother is shot because
this is the worst description
no, I
of
think
Bambi
because
ever.
like Flower and Thumper
Had an orgy.
no, I was going to say they had a plan to like get a Dalmatian coat or something like that, and their plan got foiled and she got shot. I might be combining
A Dalmatian coat?
I think I'm combining Disney movies.
I'm sorry we just ruined that. So basically they are
Carl, I know why Bambi's so flippy acting now.
Flippy. Hey.
Hey, that's what she calls us. It's my Flippy boys. They're on the show.
Flippy.
Yeah.
So he says, all right, we're going to taste wine.
And he's
His
like,
tongue is
it's
so long. It's disturbing.
Y'all. And I bet you he likes giving cunnilingus.
Of course he does.
He does.
His tongue is absolutely serpentine.
And which is also to say he does have a decent penis.
Boy, I
You know
I
what?
thought that, but I wasn't going to say it.
Because You don't want to think about it, but go ahead, close your eyes.
I know what his penis looks like.
Okay.
And I will say it is pretty, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me angry, actually.
Even I just learned from RuPaul's Drag, it has a nice bell end.
A bell end?
That's what the bell end. That's what they call like the little tip of a penis, the head.
No, that's
it
the...
looks like a bell. They call it a bell end.
That's the... what?
No, it's a slang. Bell end.
Oh, the bell end.
The bell end, but they say bell end. But it's the bell end. I learned it on Snatch Game.
But no, it has a name. The
I'm
tip of the
sure it
penis.
does. I'm just saying it's called a helmet.
I think it has a medical name.
It's called your...
The glands.
It's called your Rick Moranis from
glands.
Spaceballs.
Your glands.
Your glands.
Your
Is it
glands.
really called that?
Yes, the GLANS.
GLANS.
The shit is the glands. GLANS.
Oh, I was going to write GLANS is your penis tip.
Wow.
We're all over today.
I'm never gonna make my flight. So y'all, he's like it's disgusting. He's spitting his wine back in the glass, full on like
Not
like
gonna
spitting.
swallow. I'm not gonna swallow.
And she's like, she's like, I thought this might be fun with Steven, but it was just gross.
And he's like, so,
And she's like, it's better when you swallow.
and he's gargling.
Like,
I wish, yeah. She does say that. And so it's like, so.
it makes my tongue feel weird.
And y'all, she's leading up to getting him in bed. If she has sex with him and then breaks up with him, which I don't think she'll do that.
No.
I don't think she'll have sex with him. But Steven's like,
I don't think they're together.
Now that I'm feeling tipsy because I've been spitting this alcohol. He doesn't say that, but he acts like, he's like, I want to confess I haven't been 100% open and candid with you about my past. I'm not a virgin. He says, I'm not a virgin.
I've had sexual relations.
Y'all, it's seething. She is like, she's doing that thing when you're so mad, your mouth is kind of open and your jaw is just set. What Grandma Hazel used to do when she was really mad. That is when she found out where that woman was before she grabbed the chili.
And she grabbed that Hormel chili can.
That's what
leaving at the house.
Like when my brother and I would fuck around and she get really angry and she put her chin out and then open. She's like, boys, you get your goddamn ass in that Buick right now before I whip you from here to Taco Bueno.
See, my grandmother never got that angry with my brother and I.
She would never whip us.
My grandmother never got angry, and she never spanked us.
She never spanked us. She said she would, but we would always mind right. But it
was so country. We would always mind right.
But we kind of would tease her and push her, and we'd laugh at her when she got angry like that. We'd laugh.
I was terrified of my grandmother because of the things that she said about other people. And I knew she was a tough broad who had done a lot raising 5 children by herself. And my mother had told me stories about my grandmother, of things she'd done, so I was kind of scared of her.
Like what?
I don't know. We'll get into it on another podcast. It's already like an hour.
Y'all, she is seething, and she just goes, so many words.
So many words. That is the end of their segment. I bet you out of 120 minutes, I bet you their segment was 30 minutes. That was so much.
I bet you it was almost 40.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was literally, we talked about them for it like it's almost been an hour now.
They're gonna be featured heavily this season.
Big time. Y'all, Masha's going to be on the tell-all, and I can't wait.
And hopefully, Grandmama Ludmilla in her house coat.
Oh, yes. I
knew it wouldn't work. May I fix your cabbage?
Y'all, I know we only talked about them, but we're going to do 2 episodes anyway, and the Ari and Bini are kind of long, but the other sections are pretty short. Mm-hmm. But we still have to talk about, again, Ari giving Bini the worst news in a barbershop. That was so sad. We've got Armando and Kenny. And yes, in next episode, we're going to address your feelings about Armando's father. Y'all came at us about this.
People, we have an unlikely sex symbol.
And so we are
I can see it.
We're going to talk about that. We also have, and again, y'all, we're up to Way 87 of 101 ways not to marry Jenny. Someone's now a psychoanalyst. Someone read a Freud book and thinks he's got it all figured out. And then we've also got Ellie and Victor who, you know what? When you're right, you're right. I think you called Ellie and Victor. You read her for exactly
Episode 1. Yeah.
You did. So y'all, until then, go to our new website, realitygaze.com.
Realitygaze.com.
Again, shout
Not
out.
porn anymore. That's our new slogan.
Yeah, I don't think we've announced this on the free feed yet. We won like a bid. We got realitygaze.com.
Thank you for the people who helped us. Sissy Alexis and Sissy Suzette. You were great people. And Sissy Alexis's husband, Drew.
At GoDaddy, who could be our daddy.
Who could be my daddy.
Daddy.
Sissy Alexis, you can send me a picture
Daddy
if you like.
Hands. Anyway.
I still find that song disturbing because it's romanticizing her father's hands that beat her.
You know, my dad said, we were driving up from Houston one day. He's like, Matthew. I'm like, yeah, Dad. Play that Daddy Hand sound at my funeral, would you, son?
What?
Oh, he's now starting to say what he... And I'm like, y'all, my dad's doing better. Like, cancer's at bay.
He wants Daddy's hands played at his funeral?
But he wants Daddy's hands played at his funeral.
That is so fucking tacky.
I'm like, I mean, okay, it's your funeral. Sure. Whatever you want.
We need to go.
He also, what else did he want played? It's my party and I'll cry. I'm kidding.
You could have sold me.
I could have sold you on that. So y'all go to realitygaze.com. But thanks again to those sissies.
Or I Did It My Way.
Yeah. He didn't know that song. It's not a country song. He didn't know it.
It's a standard.
I think he knows Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
But
My Way is the name of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
Y'all.
There's something else. Ticket links are our link tree, y'all. That link tree link in the show notes, whether you're on Patreon or on the free feed, that linktree.com/realitygaze will take you the quickest and easiest way to get show tickets from there.
That's on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Follow us at Cameo and follow us on TikTok at realitygaze. And
TikTok!
And we forgot to say we're on Reddit now.
We're on Reddit.
Reddit, we're not really engaging. I mean, we're kind of just posting our memes on Reddit. I'm scared to go on Reddit because people are mean on Reddit. And I don't know if I can interact with them.
There's some serious snark going on.
But if you've been like, I'm not on Instagram and I want to watch their memes, well, you can now watch them on TikTok.
You can watch us on Reddit. You can be anonymous.
Reddit. Yes, you could.
You can have a
what is it? You put your
name
finger,
like
you put your finger up your butt or something on Reddit. You upvote it or downvote it. Yes, upvote us.
Put your finger in my butt.
That too. Either way, we're happy.
Yep.
Y'all, we call these people lonely hearts poods because aren't we just lonely hearts? All of us looking for love in all the very wrong places.
Yes. And if you are singing something when you wake up in the middle of the night and it is scootily poop,
scootily poop, I'm gonna fuck women scootily poop. You just flash the audience with your crotch. Y'all, please, you know what? Instead of call us, don't sue us.
Don't sue us.
Bye.